Hi everybody, Sanbana and welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So listen you guys, I'm an interview watcher, so I'm always looking for like new podcasts that have the kind of interviews that I like to watch. And recently you guys, my South African creators have not been doing the things. So I'm looking, in other countries what's going on. And obviously, we do have this love hate relationship with Nigeria as South Africans sometimes, but I do feel like they do have really good content creators out there. And this podcaster, his podcast is called KAA Truths, and he did an interview with this woman who worked in the organization whose task is to deal with human trafficking in Nigeria. Listen, you guys, Nigerians are known as troublemakers, and you would even end up thinking like there are no lawmakers in Nigeria. The police don't work, uh, they don't have the justice system because of how much they misbehave when they go to other countries. But if you really follow their news channels, you will realize that actually they do have good law enforcement there, and sometimes that's the reason that they are over here in South Africa and other countries are causing trouble, because some of the things that they get up to in their country, in our country, we are not paying attention to those things. One of them is human trafficking and this whole thing called the baby factory. So in this interview, this lady, very intelligent, a very articulate lady, gets to talk about the baby factory situation in Nigeria. Now, you guys, initially when I started watching this video, I thought that it was just about, people that are falling pregnant with the pure intention of selling their babies. But it's more than that, because the babies are not being sold only because, or only to people that want babies because they can't have babies, but it's also a human organ situation where babies are just manufactured for that purpose. So people fall pregnant so that, they can have babies and then they can have certain organs that they're looking for in these babies. It's a very, very educational podcast, you guys. And I think that honestly, some of the things that she's talking about that are happening in Nigeria and other countries, they're definitely happening in South Africa. I do think that we are not paying attention to it. One of the things that I've always thought about is how all of these Nigerians will come to South Africa and then they will start churches. And I've always wondered if these churches really make them that much money. And when you listen to this interview, you actually realize that some of the church organizations might not really be about, what we think it's about, which is preaching the word. Okay. They might be doing other things, but the church is the cover. But you're going to be shocked to know that not only our churches involved, but the hospitals are involved. The professionals in the medical field are involved, and obviously, for these operations to be successful, there are so many people that get involved in it. I watched it to the end, and I think I even repeated it because I felt like, listen, we just need to be aware of these things, because they might be happening in our country too. We just have too much going on right now to even pay attention to it. But we need to make our children aware of such things. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure that you like it before Pumegona share it with your friend, with your family, and even with strangers in Tandakakulu. Here is a clip from KAA Truths, but you guys, the interview, I think, is like almost 2 hours long, so you can go to the channel and watch the interview. I promise you, you're going to be blown away by this very intelligent, very articulate, very educated woman that has done so much work to make sure that children and women and men as well are safe in Nigeria and around the world. Thank you so much. In Tandakakul. Yeah. And as far as Abuja, the FCT is concerned, they also have the mandate to deal with cases of
sexual and gender-based violence. A lot of people don't know that, that cases of rape and any form of gender-based violence in Abuja is also being handled by NAPTIP.
Beautiful. You let NAPTIP during an intense work against baby factory. I watched one of your interviews where you talked about it. And when you walked into the first baby factory in Nigeria, what is it that you see that Nigerians will not believe?
Well, unfortunately, and it's still happening. In fact, I think it is even bigger and more sophisticated than it was back then. The baby factories are, some of them take the form of maternity homes, where young girls who sometimes are driven away from their homes by their parents because they got pregnant, are taken in and they are made to have these babies. As soon as they have these babies, they are kept there. They are detained there practically. The babies are sold, and then they begin to bring men there, to rape them, because that's what I call it. They have more babies, they sell. They have more babies, they sell. They keep selling and selling, and only God knows what they do with the girls when they are no longer useful to them. Some hospitals, are also guilty in this baby factory thing, because what we also have happening is some women pretending to be pregnant, wearing baby bellies, and even sometimes their husbands are not aware. Sometimes their husbands are aware. They go to this hospital or this maternity home. At the end of the day, they pretend to have given birth, and they actually buy the babies. So there's a lot of buying and selling of babies. And, this baby factory has now encouraged a lot of kidnapping of babies and children. It has encouraged a lot of baby factories. There are legal ways, to adopt babies. You can even do surrogacy as well,
Yes.
rather than buying babies. A lot of people buy and sell babies.
What are the strategies that these people use? And how can we be able to detect them from afar as ordinary Nigerians?
Of course, for the trafficking, the internet is doing us a lot of harm. It can also do us a lot of good too, because your podcast will go viral, I hope. So you have them trafficking victims, through false jobs. Or there's a job in this country, that country, and it's all lies. There's a scholarship in this country, that country. It's all lies. And then people begin to go, oh, we're going to give you free accommodation, free food. Who gives you free accommodation, free food, and all of that? If it sounds too good to be true, then of course it's too good to be true. We're going to be getting you your passports, your travel documents, all of those things. And you see, unfortunately, people are still applying to travel abroad. Sometimes even your friends, your close relations come and deceive you too. That, oh, there's a good job. Oh, one of my friends has gone. He's doing very well. They will show you pictures. They will show you pictures of a happy face, but the guy or girl there is dying in silence. But they will show you, because sometimes what these traffickers do, they tell these guys to also bring their family members. So they will dress well, looking happy, and they will say, can't you see me? I'm doing very well. And they lure you to come. The moment you appear there, they say, sorry, there was nothing I could do. They forced me, to bring you. So, fake job offers, fake scholarship offers. We also have situations of these football academies as well. They traffic a lot through football, because they know Nigerians love to play football. When you just say, oh, come to this country to play football, they are rushing, and they will never come back. That's if they even ever come alive. So this football trafficking, sometimes even these modeling agencies as well, they traffic you out of the country for something else. So there are different kinds of that involved. So one has to be very careful. And I always tell people, it's very simple. If you have a job offer and you think you have to go, find out from the agency. Find out from the Nigerian embassy. It's very simple. I have this place. Does this place exist? What exactly do they do here? They'll find out and tell you, hey, nothing like this, don't go. But people just go. And then when people get to all of these countries, they don't even tell anybody they are there. They don't go to the Nigerian embassy to say, I was invited by ABCD and this is where I am, just in case, They keep it a secret. And when they tell you, don't tell anybody, then you need to run. It means something sinister is about to happen. Because if something good is happening, why shouldn't I tell the whole world? I should broadcast it to the whole world. But by the time they start telling you, oh, don't tell anybody about it. Or if you tell, they will spoil your gari for you. This your country, your townspeople, they don't like you. All it's a lie. They're just trying to, manipulate you, brainwash you and make you just think that they are the only ones that love you. Everybody is against you. You understand? So these are signs. For the organ harvesting now, there are different forms that it takes. You go to a party, you have to be careful what you drink. You have to be careful what you eat. Because sometimes it's even your so-called best friends that lure you to these parties. So I don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody, let's go. Some big boys are coming. Big boys will take your heart and your kidney and walk away with it. So don't go. Don't go to a place where you cannot tell your family members, I'm going out with this person, and this is where he says we are going to. So sometimes they just lace your drink, and that's the end of the story. So you have to be very careful what you eat, what you drink, and where you go and who you go with. And at any given time, your family members must know where you are and who you're with. You must send a message. I'm with this person, this is his number, or this is her number. But you have to be careful. If your mind is telling you don't do it, don't do it. If your mind is telling you don't go, don't go.